what's up? Think you gon' play me, just know that I'm not one of them. Feel like I don't know you, don't come around, no invaders them. It's your boy Noto, coming to another video, coming to another podcast, man. Today's podcast, we're going to discuss 5 unwritten rules all select men should follow. If you're new here or already been here, go ahead and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, guys, let's go on and get into this topic. This is an unwritten rules, guys, that I feel like all the select men should follow, guys. And this is really like help you navigate through life a lot easier, make things a lot better. And a lot of this can be settled upon like common sense, but at the same time, I'm going a little bit more in depth so we can have a better understanding. I got my notes so we can stay, on topic and keep things going so I can flow a little better. Okay. The first thing also men should know, one of the unwritten rules they should know is to be humble, and not just to say like, okay, I know not all this cliche, man, just be humble, why not? But the thing about that is having good character as a select man, bro, that goes a long way, guys. You never know. Whenever somebody sees you, whenever somebody meets you, that impact that you have on them lasts forever. It lasts forever. Trust me, believe me on that. Because there's a big thing with that. Being humble, that'll help you navigate through a lot of situations a lot better. You don't need to walk around acting like some pompous asshole, man. You don't have to do that. And for guys to be like, oh, women like the assholes. Women like it's not really the assholes that they like. It's what it represents. It represents that, okay, he don't really need me like that. And it really represents him having the mindset of abundance. So is he acting like an asshole and he's really acting like, okay, I don't really need her. That's really what she's attracted to. It's not really the assholery within it itself. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. And the thing about that is, like, because that actually dries up, that actually gets old to them. They don't really like the character of them, that man being a doofus, being an asswipe. Pretty much, let's just keep it a buck on that. And this being humble thing, it actually helps you navigate through situations with women too. So like, if you want to be humble, don't, like, if you're not attracted to a girl, don't let her down hard. Don't be like, oh, you ugly as hell, girl, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me like that. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: a lot of situations in life you'll get through a lot better. And you never know who you're gonna need, especially if it's a chick that you're gonna see on a regular, like if she gonna be at work or she gonna be at your school or something like that, or somebody you come by more often, and you didn't let her down like that and embarrassed her or did something like that, bro, and she found you very attractive, bro. It just hits harder. And the same thing comes from the men. Like, if you notice somebody, like, if, say for instance, like somebody hating on you or something like that, and you don't go around trying to shit on the guys. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you going out, it's a difference between being confident in a place of being like cocky and be like, okay, and a difference between being confident in a place of being cocky and understand that you are this, and I know that I'm great, and I'm not gonna dumb myself down, as opposed to being confident in a place of arrogance. Being confident in a place of arrogance is horrible, simply because when you're like that, it's gonna when you're confident in a place of arrogance, you're pretty much coming off condescending to everybody else. So you don't want to have that demeanor upon yourself, like, okay, you just coming out acting like, oh, I'm the best out there. I'm best like this. I'm like this and I'm like that, and I'm better than all of you guys. That's the difference right there. That's the arrogant part right there, and that's not a good thing to be. Simply because when you dealing with guys, I noticed when I was on my non-select days, guys, when I was on my non-select days, the things that the select men would do, like I seen that, okay, that was getting the girls and stuff like that. It hit harder when they got the girls that I wanted, as opposed to the guy that I felt like was on my level or something like that. So if the basketball star all the girls was talking about and that he get most of the girls was to get the girl that I wanted, it would hit harder if, like, okay, my homeboy across the hallway got her, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. So it always hits harder. So everything, you understand, if you're considered a select man and other guys see that you get women and stuff like that, a lot of stuff gonna hit to them 10 times harder than it would if one of the guys in their clique was to get the girl. Like, oh, he got her. They'll still be a little bit jealous and a little bit, but they're more envious towards you, because you gotta understand, like, it's just like how llamas have adapted some type of fear and hatred for dogs, for like dogs and stuff like that, simply because of their genetic makeup has trained them to fear coyotes, because they've always been messed with by coyotes. You know what I'm saying? They was always hunting them. They're like, no, what the hell llamas and coyotes got to do with this? But the thing is, a lot of guys develop a hatred because back then, a lot of these guys used to try to shit on them when they was getting the women and stuff like that and taking their girls and try to shit on them. So now they develop a hatred for guys that look like this and within this suit. So it's almost like, okay, now you're genetic and you genetically put yourself in a mindset of I hate select guys. So that's why like I don't like guys that can get a lot of women and stuff like that. So now they automatically get mad when they see a guy like that walk around, like, oh, he a pretty boy, that make them want to automatically try you. Just like if a llama or a donkey automatically see a dog or anything that look like a dog, got a head that look like anything like a dog, they go on 0 to 100. They automatically on fight or flight mode. They automatically on go mode. So you got to understand that's like that's some type of thing that they can activate. So that's what I'm saying. Be humble, guys, and don't try to understand that. I'm not saying dumb yourself down. Never dumb yourself down, but don't do it in the midst of trying to shit on somebody. Don't do that, bro. Okay, the second thing is learn how to deal with the attention that you receive as a select man. And on this spectrum, I want to say, okay, also learn how to deal with the attention from haters. So I didn't want to split these into two and saying, oh, how to deal with haters and how to deal with the attention you receive, simply because they're going hand in hand. Because mostly when you talk about haters, we talk about the type of attention that we receive from haters. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna talk about the good first. The good, like the thing is, like I'm put like this: if you was always considered like select and like handsome or something like that, like in middle school, and a lot of girls was always like over you, then it'll be you kind of like you understand how to navigate better. But if you're a type of person and you end up developing something like that, you understand that, okay, I wasn't like that before and I end up glowing up into this. Then if you ended up glowing up into it, you gotta understand that the attention that you're going to see, there's no on and off switch to that. So if you want to go one day, but like, okay, I don't want to be bothered today and all this stuff like that. I don't want nobody staring at me. I want no girls trying to come talk to me. You understand that just because you want to go in incognito mode does not mean that nobody else is. You know what I mean? Like there's no on and off switch to that. Just the same way if we look at a girl, okay, oh, she thick as hell, but she try to wear some big ass pants or something like that, or big ass jacket to try to cover up her body, and she just don't want to be bothered that day. That don't mean that every guy on campus forgot how that ass looked. You see what I'm saying? It's just like that. So on the good, you understand that attention, it is no on and off switch to that. And hey, another thing is learning how to take compliments too. Because when I made my transformation, I didn't know how to receive compliments. I wasn't good at getting complimented because I wasn't used to being complimented. You see what I'm saying? I was never used to being complimented on my looks. So once you get into that, you like the more it happens, you're gonna be more tailored toward being able to deal with that. So when people start giving you compliments, you'll get used to it more and more as time goes on. So when time goes on, that's like a muscle you got to work out. It's not like something you can just read in the book, but oh, how do I handle that? How do I handle that? No, it's not how you. That's not how that goes. The more you get compliments, the more you'll be able to understand how to navigate through receiving compliments and get comfortable actually getting compliments. So that's what'll happen with that. Now, when it comes to the bad attention with the haters, like the mate guarding, the passive aggressiveness from other guys when they with their girls and they girls checking you out in front of them and stuff like that. Now, when it comes to this type of stuff, you got to learn how to choose your battles wisely. See what I'm saying? So everything shouldn't elicit a response from you if it isn't like if it isn't immediate danger or something like that. If nobody ain't putting their hands on you and stuff like that. But even in that, see, you got to understand like a lot of stuff plays into that. Like what environment are you in? Are you in a foreign environment, or are you around where you know something, where you know somebody, or something like that? If you ain't around nothing like that, if you go out of town, especially if you're out of town doing something and somebody like smack you or something like that, sometimes you're gonna have to turn the other cheek. And I know it's hard to hear that. You be like, oh man, no, man, that's soft, man. I'm a man. I'm gonna handle mine. But sometimes you gotta actually be able to figure out and map out a situation. One, you in foreign land, even if it's a club you ain't been to, but they know it and they got their homies around. You never know how they can set anything up. So stuff like that, you're gonna have to turn the other cheek. But what I like to say, like to do is, hey, if you really can't let that go, and if you really can't, your dignity can't take that, and your principles say, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta check this guy, I gotta do that. If he's staring at me, mugging at me, I gotta try him, I gotta step to him, and whatever. Understand that you're compromising you're jeopardizing your freedom and you're jeopardizing your well-being with that. So you could possibly go to jail, or you could possibly be hurt, or possibly even be killed behind a situation guarding your respect. So understand that plays a part. But what I would say that I've done like in the past is, hey, if you don't want to deal with it in public, you don't have to deal with it in public. Now, This ain't for the guys that like to put on for society and put on for everybody that's watching. Like old boy from Never Back Down. He always wanted the crowd to be around whenever he was trying to fight. He never wanted to fight in like private or nothing like that. So if you one of them guys that like to be on the forefront, like to be on the front page of the newspaper, this ain't for you. Now, what I would like to do is something like get them on the back end. You see what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, like in high school, somebody tried me in the cafeteria. I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't finna do that, because if I would have fought him right there, we both would have got suspended. We'd have both have been this. It would have been a whole bunch of drama with all the kids and all this other stuff, and everybody else taking it further than it needs to go. So like, okay, you got away with that. He tried me, act like he bitched me in front of everybody. So what I did was I waited till we got in the bathroom, and I whooped his ass in the bathroom. I caught him on the back end. I ain't care about no crowd and none of that stuff like that. I felt disrespected, but that's the way you get away with doing stuff or whatever without consequences. Especially if you got like a family and stuff like that and other stuff to lose. You can't be operating like regular dudes on the street saying, "Oh, I got to do this. I got to respect." But all that go out the window. You gotta protect what you can't go hard and build something and then don't go hard and try to protect it either. You see what I'm saying? You can't make stupid decisions when you're doing stuff like that. So I remember guys were like saying on my other video, like, you ain't gotta check every man that say that. And I understand that. I understand that. But depending on what your principles are and what you're willing to go through, some guys are willing to die about the respect right then and there. Some guys are like, okay, like that. But I say the smartest way to do it is to get them on the back end, so that way you don't have to worry about no type of pushback or anything like that. But anyway, the third one is to kill the sense of entitlement, bro. Kill the sense of entitlement. One, being a select man, you're not entitled to any damn thing. You're not entitled to any woman. You're not entitled to nothing like that. And when I say entitlement, it's like saying, okay, just because I look like this, just because I've done this, just because I work like this, just because I look like that, that this woman should like me. This woman should like me. You know what I'm saying? No. Now, there's a difference between having standards and saying this is the type of woman that I want, and this is what I'm gonna go after. There's nothing wrong with saying what you will go after, but it's a big difference between saying what you will go after and saying that this woman should like me. Nobody have to like you, nothing about you. You're not entitled to shit. So that sense of entitlement, saying, "Oh, I gotta have entitlement," and "Oh, she gotta want me. She should want me because of this." No, she should not want shit. At the end of the day, a woman gonna be attracted to a woman. What she gonna be attracted to, and you got to understand that you can't force a woman to like you. That's like I'm saying. You can't have them all. It don't matter. So that's another thing. Just kill that sense of entitlement. You are not entitled to nothing. Doesn't matter. That's not saying that you don't have standards. I'm just saying that you are entitled. Now, number 4 is learn how to talk to women. Actually have a good conversation with women. And that's another thing, guys. When it comes to like select man, it's a difference between, okay, you can get them by them looking at you, but you understand you still got to talk. So what you gonna do? Learning how to talk to women is a very, very important thing. Learn how to talk to women, guys. You have to learn how to talk to a woman. It doesn't matter, because when you peacocking and they come over there and talk, and you finally get them over there, what the hell you gonna do? You have to talk to them. Have to talk to them. But anyway, I'm not gonna go too far into that because the power of a conversation is very, very important. You should learn that. I have videos on that. And 5th and final thing, unwritten rule, all select man should have and follow, and should be able to do more and often, is actually know how to sexually please a woman. Because at the end of the day, there is no bigger disappointment than you actually being a guy that she really, really wanted, and she actually gave a chance to go to the bed and was actually about to put herself in a vulnerable position and let you smash, and you can't even perform. That is the biggest letdown. You ever had a bad chick that you said she's so bad, she bad as hell, she thick as hell and all this, and she can't take nothing, and she don't know how to do nothing. She just lay there or just boring in bed or something. You know what I'm saying? You know how disappointing that is. Yeah, how disappointed it is to them, and they were like, oh man, they've been thinking it up and conjuring up all the bravery just to let you come over there and smash, and you don't perform. Bro, you have to learn how to sexually please a woman, bro. You have to learn that. That is paramount. Because the last thing you want to do is just look good and not be able to lay nothing down. That's horrible, bro. You don't want to be like that. But anyway, I ain't want to go delve too deep into that because I got videos on that, and I got stuff coming out when it comes to the my membership, guys. I'm going to be telling a lot of story times and a lot of stuff. But anyway, it's your boy Noto. Come to another video, come to another podcast. If you enjoy the content, go to click that like button, go to comment, go to subscribe, click that notification bell to be notified whenever I drop a video. Remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves. They want to work at it. I'm out. I'm chillin', I really ain't worried about niggas. I promise I keep it a Kuna Matata. Even though niggas be looking and sounding like me, that boy Morris said I'm not the father. Swear I'm a dog, get vicious when I'm irritated. I might need a shock on my collar. Don't got a filter, just keep it straightforward. I play my position, Andre Iguodala. Ain't no exposing me, I get in D, hit a ovary. Don't even go down that road with me. And if a chicken obsessed, I don't need it. I want that Miss Parker with Professor Ogilvy. Bitch ain't no testing me, none of these bitches be stressing me. Capping like they got the best of me. But if she go off and get with another man, really she still gon' be thinking about sexing me. Done with these bitches, let's get to the paper. One piece of the pie, says out on the merit. Chasing that money, Coyote Road Runner, ain't doing no talking, just like Tom and Jerry. Ain't no beef or no drama, it won't make no money to me, it's just unnecessary. But if I'm push, I'm gon' have to crash out on a nigga, and then I'ma call up as Gary.